yeah, I wanted to invite you today to this conversation about this space and this idea of how do we build operating systems for new kinds of organizations. I know the work that we've been doing together, or that I've been supporting you in the gathering. I know you've had lots of experiences in trying to build a team, trying to organize a team, and all of the challenges that that brings, and I think the opportunities. So this is my kind of big idea invitation around what ODAX OS is that I think in when we work remotely, when many, if not all of the people on the project are working fractionally, everybody has many projects that they're working on. When we're working for purpose, so we're not just at a corporation grinding out things for money, but we're actually trying to do something positive in the world, and also trying to create hopefully an organization that's good for people, that's fun to work with, that people learn, and so on and so forth. All of those things added together, and now the new development of agents means that we need a new operating system, a new way of organizing. It's just a different enough way of working. Hello, hello, you hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Yes, okay. This one to payment. Okay, good.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry for that.
Yeah, so the idea is that in this new way of working, we really need a new way of organizing how we work together.
I agree.
And so this is the big picture invitation to this conversation.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Happy to have it.
Nice. So what's your experience been with the kind of distributed and fractional way of working?
Well, of course, there are positive sides and a little bit less positive side of it. So I'll start with the challenges of it. First is, well, I think that's normal. It's a time zone. When we are in different time zones, we have to be flexible. So that's also one of the positive things. Like we have this flexibility and possibility to choose the time when we want to work, except when we have to have meetings, etc., with people in different time zones. So that can be a challenge. But at the end, we always find a moment that we can all work at together. But depending if specific people like definitely our schedules don't match at all, then that can be an issue because we can never work together. But that haven't been the case yet. So in that side, it's okay. Then I think you have to either have a good structure and a good maybe method or procedures of how to distribute work, or you have to be lucky and be with a team that naturally things just find their own place, which is the case with Eliana and myself, especially because it's the first time we do a gathering together. Well, we do a gathering out all in our in our lives. We have done some small parties and events before, but it's nothing similar to the gathering. So this is a full new experience for us. And when we see the amount of things to do, which are very big, it's a big amount. Um, Somehow, naturally, we just complement each other and we support each other, and we have come to figure out the strengths of each of us, so we know who is better at doing one or other things. So that's important. Um, on working distributedly, what else can be said about that? Yeah, also about the amount of workload each of us takes. That's also not easy to distribute or also to track,
Tracking,
because
yeah.
yeah, tracking is an important one. And yeah, you can, it's easy to track whatever you have on the agenda, like meetings. We know how many meetings we've had, but then we pass a lot of time like on the move, like we are going somewhere on the bus or on the car or whatever, and we're sending messages. So that's still work, but we don't count it because it's like not super focused. So tracking is it's a big challenge. And when, yeah, the most challenging part was when we were at the beginning of the project, that we built a team. We were five, so we had a lot of ideas coming in on how to do things, and we spent a lot of time trying to organize instead of doing the work. So I think it's important to give time for that, but for some people that can be like exasperating, like we're just losing time, so we don't get anywhere. Some people think it's very important, they want to put time on it. Some people think it's not important, they don't want to lose time on it. So that was one of the problems we had at the beginning. At the end, the team broke a little bit, and we just stayed, Ileana and myself, and maybe it's also a personality thing that we just worked well together, and we just skipped this part of thinking how do we work, and we just do it, and now it
And
works well.
within the discussion of how to work, what concretely, what were the parts that you're discussing?
Well, decision making and sprints as well. Who does what? Someone was proposing to do this human design assessment for everyone on the team, so we all know who is most skilled for some things or most interested in doing specific things. So how to distribute different tasks. What else we were saying? Yeah, about decision making. Should everyone be consulted before any decision is made? Is it okay if two persons talk between them and move things forward without telling the others? No, it's not okay because the others feel left behind. So
So it's within decision making who should be involved in which decisions, right?
yeah, well, that depends, I think, in the distribution of tasks. If everyone has a specific area of responsibility, then that person might be.
Yeah. So what I mean is that's the question. That was the question of who should that you were spending time on, of who should be involved in which decisions.
Mhm.
Correct?
Yeah, yeah, but because we haven't priorly decided on everyone's areas, there was no person specifically for each decision. We were still all together as a team trying to figure things out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting for me in the context of the gathering how to package this up and create templates and a organizational structure that people can pick up on.
Hmm.
It's one which they can adapt, but that people can start with something that works
Hmm.
and then iterate and adjust it to their flavor from there, but not start from zero
Yeah.
and have to figure everything out from.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, because then when you invite people to join the team, they don't even know what they are joining for. Like, of course, they want to join to bring the gathering to life, but the part of figuring everything out is not included in the invitation. Well, it can be, but then it makes everything more complex, and people can be like feel overwhelmed even before starting. I've heard like different persons in gathering. In local gatherings mentioning this, like there is not enough structure from me, because it at the end is kind of subjective. Of course there is a loose structure, but some people might feel comfortable with it and others not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this year definitely. Thank you very much, by the way, for your patience and coming in. I hoped that it was made clear to people that it's still pioneering times, but I also understand that, especially if people who come from a more like a corporate or a job background, or even an academic background, you just kind of expect that, yeah, you have all of the structure there. Cool. So the next part of the equation is what's also, I think, changes the flavor of how we work is that we're working and we're trying to build organizations which are for good, uh, of the world, but also that are nice places to, yeah, to work together. Uh, how do you think that affects the way we work? Have you had places that were different? Yeah, what do you think this brings to the table?
Um, I think, of course, that helps, like knowing that there is a purpose for what we're for which way that makes us do this. It's a very strong motivator, which can also compensate the the difficulties. Like we're not getting paid yet because we first need to sell tickets. Okay, but we believe in it. Like sometimes we have even said, like even if we don't make the numbers, we are happy to build it because it makes sense for us. It will make us happy. It will create an impact and so on. So that's a strong one. And on the other side, it sometimes can put more pressure, maybe not from us because we are doing it and we know what we are doing, but from people outside, they can be very critical. Like, oh, you say you're doing a regenerative festival, but what about your waste management? What about the local communities? Like, they can be super critic just because we say we are doing regenerative stuff, which is okay. Everyone wants to avoid regen washing, greenwashing, or whatever. But but yeah, like it awakens a lot of um, this questioning and this expectation of everything to be perfectly regenerative and flawless, instead of understanding that we are all in a process, and especially when it's the first time you do it, you will do it, of course, the best you can, but there's not perfection. So that's something that I've seen. Whereas in other events, the question
Right.
is not that important. Like you're doing things wrong. Well, yes, no one expected you to do anything well.
This is very interesting, and it connects with me very much in uh, with the underlying ethos of the gathering. And
Hmm.
I had never thought about, but it's also a very interesting question how to communicate. And that is that for me, regeneration is not a destination, it's a journey,
Yeah.
right? And it's a journey of improvement, of learning, and so on and so forth. And it's exactly like you said, you do the best that you can this year, and the goal is to have enough energy, enthusiasm, and motivation so that you can continue, and that next time you can do better. Definitely with events, this is, I've been saying from the start, success is not how great you are this year. Success is, are you still here 10 years from now, 100 years from now?
Hmm. Hmm.
That means, are you learning? Is it energizing? Is it enthusiastic? It's entirely possible to put on a really great event, have lots of people, make lots of money, and at the end of it be so burned out that you're like, I never want to do this again in my life.
Hmm.
Or, like you said, it can be, it's not so great and this and that, but the people who came are amazing, the connections, and you're like, wow, now I know how to do it better and I'm really motivated to do it again.
Hmm.
And I know it wasn't great, but I can't wait to start again and do it the second one because I have all of these ideas of how to do it better. And that's the one that will be the success long term, because we'll be here the next year and the next year and the next year doing something great once, burning out completely, never wanting to do it again. Is It's nice, but it's doesn't continue long term. The long term success is how long are you? But yeah, the standards, it's an interesting one. And have you found within the team, or have you done things within the team of trying to create a more holistic space, I guess, with the decision making and being more open to who makes decisions that affected how you work?
Um, well, in the team for so far we are two, but something that connects with the previous question, I wanted to add that specifically the gathering DNA, like the pillar of co-creation, it's also an invitation for all these critics to jump in and help us do things better. Instead of just pointing the finger at us like you're not doing this and that, like why don't they come in and help us? This is the invitation for everyone, and we are doing it now, not with the critics but with people that wants to contribute. We are opening the invitation for people who has contacts for ecological toilets and showers and electricity. So we invite everyone that wants to be part of it, that has a contact, because everyone has contacts. Like at the end we are, I don't know, 6 persons away from anyone in the world. So yeah, we are trying to co-create this. It's difficult to bring people to be part of the core team because it's a big commitment, it's a complex thing. But just help with specific things, it's working well for us. Even either from the camp leaders, or from family, or from friends, or from anyone that just shows up and says like, hey, this is interesting, how can I help? And I tell them like, okay, we need this and this and this and this and this, and they said like, oh, I can help with that, I know someone.
Nice. And have you figured out a good system of organizing that, of who's doing what, and then because then you need to follow up and this and that?
um, Not really. Like, well, we can use Miro, because in Miro we have, for these specific tasks, we have a diagram which I show to people when I have calls, and I tell them like, we are including local communities, this is what we need. We are using ecotech solutions, this is what we need. We are including universities, this is what we need, and for funding and so on. So I show them the diagram, and they are happy to see it, because it's not that I'm inventing it. At least it's somewhere. And then when someone says I can help with that, I just put their name next to it.
Yeah. So I think we discussed the biggest challenges. I need to tweak these questions, but what do you think are the opportunities, and how can you imagine AI and agents help with this way of working?
I think it has to include project management support, because the AI has to know all the different lines of work, all the sub projects, all the tasks, all the timelines, who is doing what, and be able to follow. I think that would be most helpful. And then just giving like a report, or like a daily or weekly summary of who is doing what, the state of projects, what is delayed, and then be connected to the outputs of those tasks. Like, okay, we need to get a quote or a list of suppliers of something. What is that? So put the link to that document. So when someone needs the suppliers list, I think we'll already can go and search for it.
Cool. So yeah, so connection and project management. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. And I think, uh, yeah, I think there is a big opportunity for that. Uh, And yeah, that's what I'm excited to be building. The second half of my year is all about agents.
Nice. Yeah. Additionally, that exactly. So you can have human and AI agents in the roster to get some tasks, and that will also solve the issue of work tracking because you know who did what.
Yeah.
Well, there already some apps do it, like there's ClickUp and so on, but I haven't tried it. It's AI to know how automated it is. But what I don't like about ClickUp is that once you stop using it, well, once you don't want to pay the monthly fee, your work is there. Like you cannot take it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why, I mean, not for detailed task management, but for high level stuff.
Hmm.
So kind of quests and missions projects. I'm
Hmm.
building this into Metis, into our app, and also we'll be building the agents that support people through it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to try it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to developing it.
Yeah.
So this is the last question. So, are you interested in continuing this conversation about the meta of organization, and if so, which themes, and who would you like to talk with?
What do you mean? Who? Who can I talk with?
You can talk with, you know, many people.
Hmm.
I'm going to be doing the second round of these conversations, exploring concretely how the AI can help.
Hmm.
Uh, and then will be for friends, because this is a key part of it, is to test the interface. Can set you up, if you have some people, I can set you up with a link, and you can have a conversation with somebody else, either in the gathering or in your team, to explore. Yeah.
Yeah, a group conversation or one to one?
This is the coherence conversations are one to one now.
Ah, all right. Okay. Um, well, the topic uh, that I would like to continue is yeah, how to build a real organization from scratch instead of transforming an already existing organization. What are the basic pillars or the basic processes that need to be in place? Because we know the principles, but then do we actually land them into something concrete that when we start, we're already doing specific things? And I would like to talk maybe with Gustavito, and Marco Minoni, I think, as well.
Yes.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. Let's see what we can get organized. Thank you.
Yes.